Good morning, children. Today we will learn. Already we have studied regarding matter. Now in this, what we said, what is matter? Matter is anything which has mass and occupied space. Yes or no, children? In the last class, we also have done an activities how to demonstrate. Like we have done like a stone occupies space, and next we have done another activity like we have taken an deflated football and tied it to the other end like we have common balance. We have tied a plastic bag and filled it with sand. You all remember that? Now, in both these activities, we have concluded our matter is nothing but which has mass and it is occupying some space. Okay? Now, after these activities, we will learn states of matter. States of matter. Why we are learning these states of matter? Here in these states of matter, let us take your pencil box. Your water inside the water bottle. This is the water inside a water bottle. Okay. Now why we are learning these states of matter? Now we said that inside the matter there are smaller particles. What are those smaller particles? We call them as atoms. And atoms combine to form molecule. Now inside any matter as there are atoms, these atoms inside the atom again there are some other smaller particles. What I am saying? Inside the matter is made up of smaller particles called atoms. Now inside the atom there are some other smaller particles. Now these smaller particles we call them as subatomic particles. What do we call them? We call them as subatomic particles. What are subatomic particles? Those particles which are there inside the atom are called as subatomic particles. Now, what are these subatomic particles? We call them as protons. Subatomic particles are protons, electrons, and the third one is a neutron. Okay? Inside the atom, what are they? There are some other particles inside. Hence, we are calling it as subatomic particles. These particles are protons, electrons, neutrons. Okay. Now, I have told you that atoms cannot be seen with our naked eye. We can see them only with our microscope. Now, what are subatomic particles? The particles which are inside the atom are called as subatomic particles. in the higher classes, we will be discussing how are these arranged inside the atom. Just simply here we are learning about matter. Inside the matter there are atoms. And inside the atom there are some other particles. We call them as a subatomic particles. The subatomic particles are protons, electrons, neutrons. Okay. Now, not only this, you will be seeing another term called ions. Okay. Inside the atom, these subatomic particles are there. Ions. What do you mean by an ion? Only a simple definition is there for it. Ion means a positively or a negatively grouped atoms. Group or a single atoms are called as ions. They can be group or they can be single. Okay? Positively or negatively charged particles are called as ions. What are ions? Positively or negatively charged particles. Okay, we can also call them as a charged particles. Let us say like this one. Positively or negatively charged particles are called as ions. Okay, you may be seeing something like Na plus, Cl minus. These are the examples. These are ions. What I said, positively or negatively charged particles. Positive. Is there a plus here? Is there minus? Yes. Positively or negatively charged particles or a group of atoms are called as ions. Okay? What are ions? Positively or negatively charged particles are called as ions. Now, matter is inside the matter is made up of smaller particles called atoms. Inside the atom, there are certain things like protons, electrons, and neutrons. Next, we will be learning about states of matter. See, in your day-to-day life, you will be seeing a pencil box, a water bottle, a gas. You might be seeing that a balloons. Sometimes on the road you might be seeing a gas cylinder will be there and we will be filling some gas inside the balloon. Okay? We all have seen that like gas. Now let us take our two examples like a pencil box and a water inside a water bottle. Here states of matter. Why the scientists have given states of matter? Here, when you look at a pencil box, inside in matter we have physical properties and chemical properties. Any matter, see when you look at water, hydrogen when mixed with oxygen, you will get a water molecule. Different substances will have different shapes, different molecules inside it. Okay? Hence, scientists have divided the states of matter. Matter is again divided into different states. When you look at your pencil box, is it a strong one when compared to your water or not? Hence, the first state of matter is solid. What is the first state of matter? It is solid. Second state of matter is a liquid. The third state of matter is gas. You have fourth state and fifth state also, but you will be learning only solid, liquid and a gas. Okay? Now how to differentiate when you look at certain substances? Pencil box, your pencil, a scale, a bench in a school, a duster, a chalk paste. All these, when you look at them, these are all, does they all come under matter first of all? Yes, because they have mass and they are occupying space, we can call them as a matter. Now we need to find in our day-to-day life we will be seeing so many objects. Some are like the liquids, some are like the solids, and some are like a gases. Hence, matter is divided into three states of matter. Those are solid, liquid, and a gas. Okay, children. Now here we will learn today what is the main thing regarding the solids. Only we will read about solids today. Our first state of matter is solid. Now under this solid, what is the first state of matter? Solid. You find out your daily examples regarding first state of matter, solids. What are the different solids you are observing in your day-to-day life? Okay? Now, before entering into the states of matter, we will learn intermolecular force. Okay? Next is intermolecular space. Okay? See here, first we will learn intermolecular force. What do you mean by force? Anything. If I want to open the door, do I apply force there? Yes. Push. If I want, I am opening the door. That means I am pulling the door. If I want to move your bench, pushing. Pushing or pulling is called as a force. Now let us see what I said. Atoms are there inside the matter. Atoms combining. What they form? To form a molecule. Okay. Atoms are combining to form a molecule. Now, how are these molecular arrangement in the case of a solid metal? Next, we will learn what is the force and a space between the each molecules. Okay? Now, let us take an example of a solid substance. Inside any solid substance, all the molecules, these molecules are arranged like this. Inside these solids. Okay, children? Molecules inside the solid are arranged like this. Now, when you look at the water, is water a liquid state? Yes. Now the molecules are arranged This is a liquid state. Okay. Now when you look at your solid, today only we will read about a solid. How are the molecules arranged? Are they tightly packed or not? Okay. In solids, they are always tightly. Tightly. What are those molecules? Are tightly packed. Now, when you compare, a small gap is there. Look at that. Is there a gap? Between these, there is some gap. These gaps are called as, these are the gaps in between what? Molecules. There is a small space or a place in between the molecules. That space is called intermolecular space. Okay? There is a small space or a gap between the molecules. That space is called as intermolecular space. What do we call that? The space between the molecules is called as an intermolecular space. It can be either a solid, liquid or a gas. If there is a place between the molecules, we call it as intermolecular space. See, in order to hold these molecules, if I want to hold a duster, do I require some force there? Similarly, there exists a force of attraction between the molecules. That force is called as intermolecular force. Following children? There is a small gap between the molecules. That space we call it as a intermolecular space. There exists some force between the molecules. That force we call it as an intermolecular force. Okay. Now, after learning, these are the arrangement of the molecules in case of a solid. Now, first property we will learn regarding a solid. For a solid, the first property is fixed shape. How is the shape for a solid? They have fixed shape, fixed volume. Okay, what is there for a solid? They have fixed shape and fixed volume. If suppose this is a brick or you have observed a brick, does it have a fixed shape or not? Yes. Fixed volume is also there. Such substances are called as solids. Okay? Now, this property we will demonstrate it using an activity. You have an activity in your textbook. If you have a textbook, so open that. Your first activity to show that solids have fixed shape and fixed volume. Now, your aim always for any activity you need to write the aim of the activity. What is the aim of the activity? You must write. Look at here. Aim is to show solids have fixed shape. What we are showing, solids have fixed shape. Okay? Now, next you need to write the materials. What are the materials required to do this activity? You can take any objects in your surroundings. Your pencil, paper, stones, anything, clicks, any object those things. If I take clips, write clips, stones. Okay. Not only these objects, I need containers. Okay. Container means a small beaker or any object. Okay. I am taking so many materials there. You can take so many solid objects and we will find out whether they have fixed shape or not. Now after this procedure, okay, how to do this activity, procedure. For this procedure, you first take a single container, okay. First we are taking a single container, drop all the solid objects, whatever you have found out, whatever you have collected, drop all those things. I have placed clips, stones, everything inside this container. Okay? Now leave it for some time. We have placed all those solid objects in one container and leave it for some time. All the solid objects, clips, stones, pencils, eraser, everything, whatever you want, you place it inside the container. Leave it for some time. Now, take this container and pour all those things. Do you find any change in the shape of these objects? Children, do you find any change in the shape of these objects? Okay? We don't find any change of these objects. We have just placed inside the container those objects and left it for some time. And we observed that there is no change in the shape of the objects. Now, take 3 or 4 containers. How many objects you have taken? Take those many containers. First in one container, I am dropping a stone. In another container, I have dropped my clip. In another container, a pencil I have dropped. Okay? Not the sharpened pencils, simple is pencil I have dropped. Now in different containers, I have placed my different objects. Now after some, leave it for some time, and again after some time, observe all those things one by one onto the ground and observe that is there any change in the shape. What do you all observe that? There will be no change in the shape. Okay? Now, here in this activity, we have observed that when we kept all the things in a single container and taken out all those things, we didn't observe any change in the shape. When I have placed a single object in a single container, even then I didn't observe any change in the shape of the objects. Hence, by this activity, I can conclude that solids have fixed shape. Yes or no, children? Okay? Solids have fixed shape and also they have fixed volume. Okay, children? Your homework today is, now doing your homework. You all must do the homework daily. Homework is first, how many states of matter are there? What are they? Okay. Your second question is, write an activity to show solid fixed, fixed, not fixed, fixed shape. Okay, children, these are the two questions. You all must practice them and write in your homework book. Okay, children, thank you.